It's a little flashy and over the top, but then again, so am I, and maybe you are too. I'm Leigh-Anne Brown, graduate gemologist here with ShopLC, and I really looked high and low for the perfect tree that showcased my personal style, and I just kept coming up short, so I had to make my own tree. And today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to make your own gemstone tree, because I guarantee you, there's not another one like this out there. You're gonna love it, and it's easier than you would expect and a lot of fun. So let's go. So we're ready to start putting our gemstones on our Christmas tree, but these were originally ornaments. So they have this tab and they have this string, and I don't love how that looks. These are gonna be permanently attached to our tree. So I'm going to take the tab off, and the best thing I've found for doing this are these gardening shears. Now, I would recommend probably wearing some eye protection, maybe some goggles when you do this. Personally, just for purposes of saving time, I just like to close my eyes and look away and hope for the best. And as you can see, worked pretty well. So first, we've taken off all of the tabs, you can see that here, and then what we have to do is drill holes. Why? Well, we're going to be running lighting through your wire tree form into the backs of the ornaments, and it looks really cool. I have this lighting pack. It takes AA batteries, and the reason that I chose this particular type of light, because it has a little peg that you can stick through the back once you've drilled the back of your gemstones. It sticks right through the back, and it's very easy to attach these to the tree. There's a whole method there I'm gonna explain in a moment, but first, let's drill pilot holes so that we don't crack the plastic, and then we're gonna drill the full-size hole. What I like to do to find the overall, the biggest size, is I just take the back of the drill bit and I kind of compare side by side to the diameter of your light. First, we start with a pilot hole though. Why? Well, if you start with the bigger drill bit, it's gonna be much harder to drill through the plastic, and you could risk damaging the plastic or cracking it. So this is gonna save you a lot of trouble. We're gonna start with a much, much smaller drill bit. And if you want it to be perfect, use a grease-packed drill bit. You want something that's gonna be clear though. It only takes a tiny, tiny little bit, less is more, but that grease makes the filings stick to the drill bit and they don't fall around inside the gem. It makes a big difference, and after we put the lights in, your gems are gonna sparkle that much more. With that in mind, very carefully, we're getting close. Perfect. One down, couple more to go. Now, when I'm drilling up at a little bit of an angle, and you'll see why. It's so that when we insert the pen light through the gemstone, it's going to be angled upward, and they'll sparkle much more if you do it that way. Great. All right. So now I'm gonna switch out my drill bit to the slightly larger drill bit. That's great. There we go. So we'll just switch out here. Perfect. Ready to go. So again, go slowly. You've drilled your pilot holes, just like that, and you can see, that's it. Now, the drill went in, I back it off, and you can see that the filings came out. And then I just blow it off. Nothing to it. One down, a few more to go. And see that the grease is just holding it there in place, the filings? If you want to test it, this is a good time to take your light and feed it through the back just to make sure that the hole is big enough. Look at that, perfect. And you want it to have like a little bit of grip so that the light doesn't fall out. Not too much. That's amazing, that's perfect. All right, guess what guys, it's time to start putting our lights and our gems on our tree. So again, I'm gonna start without anything on the tree form. I'm gonna start by taking my lights, and you can see what I've done here. Here's the pack. I loaded it up with the batteries. Everything's ready to go. And I'm gonna start with the top portion of the tree first, and then work our way down. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier for you to see this. But again, you find the end first. You need a little space. Great, okay. And so then I'm gonna lay the tree down. I'm kind of like eyeballing it to see where I'm gonna start. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the battery pack in first. So here's like a hole that I can see the battery pack will fit through conveniently. And we just shove it in. Now we need to get this little, this cluster of lights through. Again, it's gonna go right through the same portion that kind of has open space there. And you just wanna tuck all the lights in. We are in. Now, got a couple of snags here. Gonna get the cluster down here too. And again, it's gonna make it a lot easier as we work on our tree to start by having the lights on the inside of the tree. You're gonna see why in a second, because we're gonna take a hot glue gun and it works great. Once we start going, it's a breeze. It goes really fast. But first, we gotta get this part out of the way. So I feed everything through. And so now we're working with the tail end, and you're gonna eyeball. I'm gonna put, I thought it would be really cool to put like one of these on the top of the tree. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And I'll show you why in a second. There's like a little loop that I left on this one, but it was smaller than the initial loop. So I'm gonna take a twist tie and I'm gonna secure it to the top of the tree. But here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this, the very last light to stick through this, and it's gonna go at the very top of the tree. And then we're just gonna feed the lights through from there. Again, the trickiest thing is feeding the light through. Once you get there, and you know what, you can even run it on the outside. At the top portion, you're not really gonna see it anyway. In fact, I might just do that just to make it easier. And you can see sometimes these lights are a little bit too close together, especially at the top. If you need to leave one out and then put the gem here and put a gem here, no problem. It's gonna look great either way. It's just more lights for your tree. So I'm gonna just run it. I'm gonna run this along the outside of the tree for the top part, just because it gets so cramped and small up there. And again, you'll see it's gonna look great either way. Don't worry about it. All right, so we are ready to attach the first gem to the top. And when I do a regular tree, I put the tree topper on last. But for this tree, for your gem tree, we're gonna start with the tree topper. So what I have here, I have this, this green wire. I got a very thin gauge because I didn't want it to really show up. You can always double it up if it's too thin. It might be a little bit thin for the weight of the, there we go, of the gem. But we're also gonna reinforce it with hot glue. So this is just kind of to hold it in place momentarily while we get everything else to set. In fact, I'm gonna double this up just in case. So I'm folding the wire in half, and then I'm gonna feed it right through the little loop. So if you're gonna use one of your gemstones, if you wanna keep the loop on it, you're welcome to do that. This one happened to have a metal loop on the end, and so I thought, oh, that's convenient. And just like that, it's not going anywhere. So what I've done, I've wrapped my light and positioned it. I'm gonna place the tree topper so that it's kind of clearing the top of the tree just a little bit. And I've got this wire, and there's really it's not an exact science. We're just anchoring it and holding it in place. We're making sure that the light has enough room to clear everything, and it's gonna stay inside, which it absolutely is. And then we're going to do a little bit of hot glue, and we are good to go. So here I'm gonna take the wire and just kind of wrap it around the back, or anchor it to something, because the glue is really gonna hold it in place. And I might just like kind of twist tie it to itself. And then the hot glue is gonna hold it in place. This way, if it falls off when you're like storing it or something, you're not gonna lose it. It's gonna be hanging on, waiting for you, and your hot glue gun to fix it. Perfect. All right, looks good to me. Okay, so now I'm gonna feed the light through the back. I'm gonna find the little hole that I drilled. In goes the light. I'm gonna push it in all the way. And if you need to drill the hole out a little bit more, no problem. Just keep your drill handy. And sometimes I wouldn't even switch out the drill bit because you're only gonna need like a little bit more clearance. Just kind of like twist it around in there and then try it again, and I'll bet our light is going to fit in perfectly. Just gotta get the angle right. I think that's perfect. If you want to test it out, you can take your battery pack. I'm gonna see if you can see this, but I'm gonna just test it out. Oh yeah, we're in business. Perfect. Okay, great. So now I'm gonna take my hot glue gun and we're gonna do like a blob on the back. Then you have to kind of work fast, and also be careful of the lighting, be careful of the electrical, but we're gonna anchor him in place. It's kind of a delicate balance here. And then you just stick them on. Don't worry about the little stringy things. Make sure it's straight. Just let it dry a little bit. If you pick up the tree too soon, it like strings out and then falls away. But once it hardens and dries, it's not going anywhere. I think that that's gonna hold. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our gems and we're kind of just like going to disperse them. And I like using a variety of colors, of shapes and sizes. But if you have a theme or a color scheme in mind, for sure, do that. But we're kind of just doing like confetti here. And I think that we're gonna we've got this sort of yellow, this is like my star at the top. Why don't we pick, ooh, I love this. This is a beautiful marquise shape. So again, you just have to go with your gut instincts here, where to place it, and then take your gem, find the hole, kind of test it out, make sure it's gonna work with the landing spot. I think that's perfect. Looks good to me. And next step is we're gonna make sure the light is shoved in there where it's not gonna move. That is fabulous. And then get your hot glue out. And it doesn't have to be perfect, really. I mean, I like that sort of randomized setup. I don't want it to look like too measured or too perfect. So I'm just gonna do a little blob there and let it settle in. You can see the little blob that I've created. And as it dries, it's going to just hold that beautiful blue marquise stone in shape. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with a red. I think something a little bit skinnier because we're at the thinner part of our tree here. So I'm gonna do this radiant cut, and I'm skipping this guy to help backlight our upper gems, and I'm just gonna feed this through a little bit of the foliage here to help anchor it in place. So again, I'm just finding kind of like a landing spot for this guy, and I think right here is gonna be perfect. Just wanna make sure that you've got a good direction going with your gemstone so that you can anchor it in place and it's gonna hold tightly. This looks perfect. we want to get good contact with the plastic of the gem and also the foliage. And if you take maybe like a, I don't know, like a pencil or a pen usually probably works better than this. I'm going to use this packaging and I'm just going to kind of push in the foliage to kind of mat it to the gemstone, because that is going to, the texture is going to hold the gem in place better. Oh, that's not going anywhere. That is like good to go. So I like to give you guys updates as soon as, so you can see we're starting to like move the gems around the tree. That looks pretty great. I love it. I love it. I want to do a pink gemstone next because I love pink. All right, so make sure that you find your pilot hole. I got to see where we're at with our lights. I think we're gonna put this right here. And again, I like to see where, so this radiant is kind of tilted that way. I'm going to just go, but then this one's tilted that way. I like to change it up a little bit. I think this is the perfect direction right here. See how that works just with your eye. I mean, I don't know. I like randomization. And I think that that's going to work for me, but you do you. This is your project. You can do whatever you want here. Okay, so I'm gonna test it again. Remember, before we start gluing down, we test to make sure the light goes through. Nailed it, it looks perfect. Oh my gosh, do it again. All right, so there, that's the angle. That's the angle we want. Okay, great, even better. Meant to do that. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Plenty of anchor space. Here comes the hot glue. Watch out for the cord. And then again, I'm gonna just mat these in with hot glue. Cannot wait to see this all lit up. Again though, we're just making some it's just the frosting. Look at that. All right, that is not going anywhere. Okay, I think it's time to move on. Let's look at where our cord is. I think it's time to kind of put a gem right up here. I'm gonna just attach it right here. Again, paying attention to all of our other gems and placement. But I think we're at a good angle right here. You wanna hold the stone in place until the glue has a chance to dry. Making kind of like a nice blob of hot glue there. We are now 5 stones in, and I think we are going to maybe, what do you say? I think it's time for one of these octagonal cuts. All right, just getting the right positioning of this guy here. Remember, test the hole first. Perfect, nailed it. And then watch out for the cord, but get that on there, and we're gonna kick it up a notch. We're gonna move to speed round here. Get just an interest to get things going. What do we need here? What color do we need here? I love these. They're big. I think this is a good spot for this. Let her rip. Moving right along, I think we're gonna go with, it's time for another, maybe a green. We're gonna put this green guy right here. Perfect. We can test it. Let's test and see. I'm gonna just test our lights and see how we're doing. Oh, what? That looks awesome. I'm loving this. We will continue working our way down the tree. All right, so to continue, we will take our red almost like a ruby gemstone here. And ooh, let's pull the light through the back. Put the light bulb through the gem, and we are ready to roll. I think we'll go maybe with this deeper kind of emerald green. Rock solid. What color should we do over here? Maybe like a blue? Like a round blue, or maybe this tall blue one here? I like this one. I think we got it. This is looking great. I am so excited about this, wow, one-of-a-kind tree. I've never seen anything like it, and I can see it sparkling all the way across the room. What a stunning holiday tree. And I'm gonna put the last couple of touches on here. And remember, I used this wire form tree, and so I'm just gonna take a couple of extra sprigs here and just kind of find any holes in our construction, or any place that kind of just needs a little bit of, you can disguise any glue globs or any little oopsies that you had here, just to make it look a little bit cleaner and more perfect, but I'm pretty happy with that. I've never seen a tree like this. I love gemstones. I know you love gemstones too. This is a one of a kind, so I think we've got a winner here. Now, the only thing I think it's missing, because I see a ton of gemstone sparkle, but if you're like me, you like a little gold too. So I was thinking maybe we finish our beautiful tree off with a little gold garland. Ooh, and so I have this fantastic gold chain. It's sort of like a Miami link chain. And I think that's just gonna be the perfect finishing touch on our tree. So I'll start at the top and kind of work my way down. All right, so coming right around here. I think that looks great. What do you think? Oh my gosh, that is really spectacular. Now, what do you think? Did I go too far with the chain? I think the chain really is gorgeous. I think it adds to the sparkle and the brilliance. What could you have done differently here? Well, you could add pearls. Maybe you use some pearl accents to go with your gemstone tree, or I don't know, maybe a slightly different chain, or maybe you drape it a slightly different way. If you have ideas, please put them in the comments below, because I want to hear from you. And now's the time to share that coupon code. Remember, I said earlier, for all of our viewers, we were going to have a special private coupon for all of the viewers of our channel here at ShopLC. Well, the good news is YT50 is your coupon code. So use that code when you shop at ShopLC.com. And I know you're gonna be shopping at ShopLC.com because you're gonna be looking for jewelry this season, maybe for yourself, for your loved ones, for all of your holiday gifts. There's jewelry and more, so much more. So check out ShopLC.com. You can also watch ShopLC live 24/7 on YouTube. And now you have a coupon code for $50 off right back in your pocket, YT50. In the meantime, happy holidays, everybody. And again, my name's Leigh-Anne Brown. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.